I always knew I was going to have a blast with my guest today. Blaqbonez, one of Nigeria's foremost rappers and enfant terrible of the entire music industry, won for Best Rap Album, The Headies 2023. It was such a compliment that he said this is perhaps the best interview he's ever done. And we go beneath the layers. This was such a sensitive conversation. It was so beautiful. First, he tells me that his father upped and left when he was a child. Upped and left. In between, we talk about love. Underneath all that, I can never be a monogamous person, is a real anxiety. Can he make a woman happy? Can he love her the way she deserves to be loved? Can he find the person who will just accept him how he is? And does he have to choose between love and peace? That was so powerful. We had a really, really authentic conversation about what it is like to love people but love your freedom. And how does a young person navigate that in the midst of fame? We talk about a lot of people. We talk about Don Jazzy, we talk about Vector, we talk about Emma, we talk about TJ Omori, Portable, but in all of it, you see a person who through his life and through his art is genuinely trying to figure out what is the best way to be in the world. Essential with Chude. Blaqbonez gave one hell of an interview today with so many real life conversations that as you are listening and watching, you'll be like, maybe I should think about life a bit differently because of him. As releases his next project, showing different shades of him, this is perhaps the best. Of them.
Growing up, I used to ask too many questions, and it used to be a problem. But did I ever stop that? I don't know. I think I just, grew up to the point where I had my own answers, or I went on the internet. But I used to always just ask too many questions.
Did this annoy them?
Yeah, I think as an adult, you are probably like, who is this child that's always just, asking me so many questions? But I don't think I cared. I just felt like I wanted to know something. I think I was a talkative when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I think I gradually, maybe not much of a talkative anymore. I might say a talkative.
Is he still a talkative? He's asking you. He's still
I'm still a talkative?
Yes.
Oh my God. I thought I was a cool-ass, chilling
maybe
guy.
Maybe a cool-ass talkative now. Maybe you
makes sense.
Come out of yes.
Makes
so
sense.
maybe,
I accept that time.
Yeah. So, did anybody ever try to shut you up as a child?
Yeah, I'm sure people try to, but growing up, I don't know if I'm ultra intelligent or some shit like that, but I just used to believe as a child that I was very intelligent. So if you try to shut me up, I won't accept it. I would just keep coming back. I was stubborn and stuff like that. So
what kind of family did you grow up in?
There are different phases of my childhood, right? Okay. Phase 1 was the very poor phase, right? There was 8 of us in a one-room apartment. Every time it rained, as soon as you just see the rain coming, you have to start stacking up all the things that are on the floor because the house is going to get flooded. You get to stack everything.
Where was this?
It was in Jesha. Right. Used to have to sit down, to go to school. It sounds crazy, but I don't know if you ever when you enter buses, right? Instead of you can't afford an actual seat, right? You sit just behind the driver, right? There's this...
The back side.
Yeah.
Where you are
facing the crowd, right? And it's kind of like the engine or some shit. It's hot.
So it's hot, yes.
Exactly.
And then they have put all the towels.
Exactly.
With the engine oil.
Yeah, so that's how I used to go to school.
Right.
And then what's our relationship? Maybe uncle or something that used to go to school with me. Right. He would hang at the back of the bus. Right. So that was kind of how that part was. And then my aunt got married to somebody that was, doing well in life. So we moved to Magodo.
So you stayed with your
went
aunt and your uncle?
Yeah, after some time, but that was not when I was the first version I told you.
Right.
I wasn't with my aunt that
Okay,
time.
with your parents
Yes,
then?
yeah. So when my aunt got married,
Right, you
after
now
some
went-
years, I went there.
Okay, okay,
to stay with them. So,
right.
so that was kind of like massive contrast because this was like a 3-bedroom house in Magodo. It was nice, So like I basically had like night and day type.
Right.
Shit.
What's your position in the family?
I'm an only child.
An only
of
child.
my mom.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
So, that even makes it more. So, your parents allowed you go there because they thought you'd have a better life there.
My dad kind of dipped when I was born.
Right.
Right. So he wasn't there.
Like dipped financially or left the family.
Like he traveled and like
right.
I wasn't raised by him. I didn't know him.
So that just left.
Yeah, he just left. He went to Germany.
Right.
So I think there was like a lot of conversation. Is this my child? That type shit. They were never married.
Right.
So he left. So
was trying to dodge responsibility, dodge paternity and dodge responsibility.
Yeah, basically. And my mom was, hustling, just trying to figure out life. So I even at one point, my mom was working with this family, but like, the more I think about it, maybe I need to ask her. I've never really had the guts to ask her. Like, I don't know if what's the relationship with that family actually? I don't know if was she like a maid? Because I don't know the connection between them and that family, right? But at some point, I was staying with that family, right? And my mom was kind of there. It's shady, not shady, like it's hazy in my memory, right? So there was that family. My mom was just hustling and stuff to try to just put two and two together.
Yeah. Like close to your mom?
Yeah, very.
Very close.
Yeah.
Right. It's like if you found out that you had a baby you didn't know about, is she the first person that you would tell?
Yeah. Maybe not the first person. Like I'll first call one of my guys, like, bro.
What are we going to do about this?
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
There's no way I have a child that I don't know about. Like,
I was going to ask you that. That's
no way.
Why are you so sure about that?
Because of my dad and how he went. So like I kind of became ultra sensitive to that part of my life. Like I would never. It sounds very raw and very distant, but like I would never come in a woman if I do not intend to have her as the mother of my child. I wouldn't even take the risk of a plan B or some shit like that. No, it will never happen.
Yeah.
So nobody can even remotely think that, let me accuse Blaqbonez or let me do paternity fraud. Let me tell Blaqbonez that he's the mother of this child.
Because it didn't happen.
It will never work.
That's fair.
Like, bro, sometimes some babes are like, bro, like even I pull out even when I have like protection. So it's a conversation like, why did you pull out? Like,
Two-factor authentication.
I have to be careful. I have to be careful because like I want to raise my child the way I believe that the child is going, the right way, in my opinion. So I wouldn't make a mistake about it.
Yeah. I gave an interview and you said you cannot be monogamous. How deeply do you believe that?
I really genuinely believe that I cannot be monogamous. And that kind of affects the type of relationships that I build. So at the end of the day, sometimes I meet some people and so in my head, right, I'm the type of person that I try to read people and I try to make my own judgments. Many times I might be wrong, but like depending on how I judge you to be is how I'll proceed with you. And then I meet some people that I just feel like these people, you come from this perfect home, this whole shit, like you will never really be with the shit that you will never agree with my own this thing. So that kind of limits how much of me that I give to you. Because I feel like when it gets to, like, when we really get to that point, you would not agree with what I'm about. And, it kind of makes me feel a little bit alone sometimes because I feel like some of the best people that I meet kind of have like contrasting views from me. And, So sometimes I'm alone, but like I don't mind it if like somebody's in my guest room, you know. So like I'm alone in my room,
Yeah.
but like
Why then your guest room? Why are they not in your room?
because I kind of like I really like to be alone, right? I feel like if I'm going to get married, I want to have my room and my wife has her own room.
Right.
Because I feel like I don't want anybody to cramp my style.
Right.
Like, I want my room to look exactly how I want it to look.
Mm-hmm.
I want to completely have full autonomy over my space.
Yeah.
You know, many times I'm very one-track minded. If I'm thinking about something and somebody's talking to me on this side, it's hard for me to attend to what the person is saying. Do you get? So it's why I feel like I really always need my space.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But do you see yourself actually getting married? Do you see, like, picture yourself?
I think if I'm lucky, yes. Because like for me, there are so many hoops. I have to find somebody that completely agrees with me, gives me my space, you know, and it's also not trying to do that because of my money or like, you know, what I provide, you know, because at the end of the day, you still want somebody that likes you for you, but is also has the same ideologies as you.
Yeah. And kids?
About kids. So I really feel like kids is a little bit scary because I feel like you should have kids when you are sure that you would raise them in the right way.
Right.
Because if you don't, it's going to be a disaster,
Yeah.
both for you and for that child and for like the rest of the world. You know, like the worst people in the world are is somebody's child still.
Yeah.
Do you feel me? Like maybe the person was busy at work, or like maybe the person was shitty in by himself and he raised the child anyhow. So I still really feel like the way I live, the way I'm always traveling, I'm still smoking, I'm with my guys, we're drinking, we're doing all this shit. I feel like that's not the right atmosphere to raise a child.
Yeah.
So like if I want to raise a child, I feel like I need to have been done with all this bullshit.
Yeah. But do you think you will be done with them?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you have that confidence that you will?
I feel like I just need to keep doing my music to the point where I know that, okay, I've set up something that, like, you know, for the rest of my life, you know, is enough, you know, enough legacy, enough this and that. And I project in the next 5 years, I'll be done with this shit.
Really?
Yeah. 5 years. Yeah.
Then what will you do next?
I'll find a job in like an entertainment space where just, you know, offering what is in my mind. You know, like let's say I'm like in a like a label now, and all I do is just, you know, consult. You know, somebody has this, I just tell you, okay, this and that, blah blah blah. But like I'm just attending meetings, maybe a few Zoom meetings, a few creative meetings here and there. But like I'm basically in control of my time.
Yeah. 2022, I think, was when Beyond Music Heads, larger culture, got a taste of your brilliance with the entire crusade against love campaign. You know, that was such a big deal. That was there are case studies on the internet about it, there are articles about it, about how you're a problem, how you're not a problem, how this is a brilliant case of content creation. How did that come about?
Man, it was like many years in the making at that point.
Many years.
You know, Sex Over Love was 2021, and then 2022 was like the peak of all that shit. And it was just where I was mentally, you know. In my music, I write exactly how I feel, exactly where I am in that moment, and I'm unapologetic about it. So like, when it came out, it resonated with like so many people.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I'm really against love. I'm just really against like the conventional definitions of love. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's created a situation whereby I don't feel like I've ever been in a real relationship before. You know, like the type that the world would consider a proper relationship. You know, and that's always been my life. And like I kind of accept it because I never want to be that guy that hides his phone. Like, oh shit, I'm hiding my shit. And the truth is that, like, I feel like I'm convinced that most people, given the opportunity, they cheat. I see that nigga with the 400 sex
I
tapes,
heard
bro.
about it yesterday.
You feel me? Like, bro, like, those people, women are cheating. They just chose to lie to their partners and their husbands and all that. I don't want to be lying to you. You feel me? Like, I want somebody that accepts that this is my truth. Are you okay with this truth? If you are not, I'm also fine with it not working out.
You're fine with the consequence of the decision.
Of my decision. But a lot of people will be like, let me just lie.
Last year, best rap album, The Headies. Was that vindication for you?
I didn't care.
You didn't?
I never care for
awards.
Awards. Yeah.
At all? Why?
Because I really feel like for every award, there's a bunch of people that probably deserved it, right? Everybody did their best. So, like, if you don't win, I don't think it matters.
Right.
You know, because quality doesn't always equate quantity. And quantity, most times, wins awards. So I've never been a guy that's like, oh shit, I need to win this award. No, I just need to meet my own goals. So it was nice, you know. When I'm always shocked when I win an award. It's like, shit, what? You know, like just like 1 month after I was at Afrima, you know, like it was genuinely shocking to me because I really thought people knew or people kind of expected awards, and I was just there like, hey, Blaqbonez.
You're just having fun and vibing.
I was vibing, and next day I had to be on stage to accept an award. Right. So that's really how it is for me. I'm never really like, oh shit, I need to win this award. You know, I don't think it equates. Some of my favorite rappers have never won a Grammy. You know, some people have won so many Grammys. I don't really care for their music. You know, so same thing with the Headies. At the end of the day, is, you know. Yeah. But like I appreciate, you know, being awarded that at least. Well, let me use this opportunity to say, please send me my plaque. Who do I need to send me my plaque, bro? Yeah. He's waiting for. They gave me the plaque. Somebody said, "Oh, they collected it from you." Guy, we're gonna go print this. Bro. Yes. Have you not printed this shit? Things have been expected. Dollar rate has been increasing. Send me, hey guys, I love you guys. Respectfully, send me my plaque. Because I feel like some people care about it. Like some people come to my house and they see some awards. They're like, oh wow, you won this. It means a lot to them more than it means to me. Right. You know, so at least for those people, send me my plaque. Well, that's a very good way to be in this world, to be honest. Because you are right. I think you're right. That these things don't really matter at the end of the day. So if a person can find the magic to disconnect, then that will give a peaceful life. That makes me think about the fact that when you entered this industry, you first started with 2 rap battles that I know of. Yeah, one was with Terry the Rap Man, and the other was Vector's King Kong Challenge. Yeah, do you think those 2 things were instrumental to helping you find your way in this industry? Yeah, I think the Terry the Rap Man one was very crucial because that was my first validation to the outside world that I was dope. Yeah, you know, like I think was that the one that there were over 3,000. Yeah, you know, so it was. So I used to always rap in my like Facebook group, right? You know, and stuff, and then we all knew each other kind of. So like, if people know you, right, they can easily like what you have to offer, right? But like, maybe whatever you have to offer is not that good, but like because they know you, they accept it. So like in the Facebook group, it was always, you know, whatever I put out, everybody like, oh wow, this guy is so hard, it's so dope. But like the third rap man competition was like the first time where like outside world, people that had nothing to do with me said this guy was the best of all the people that we heard. Right. So that kind of validated me in a very serious level. Yeah. It was like, oh, okay, you're really good at this thing that you chose to do. Yeah. You know, so that really gave me that issue. As at the Vector King Kong time, that was more like I was confident. I was already winning everything. Right. You know. I remember there was a time you came on social media, whatever, and talked about streaming farms, and one day they're going to catch all of them in the streaming farms. And then the blog said
that Don Jazzy replied to you, which when I read the article, that's not, they were interviewing him about something else completely, about streaming farms. But I think it was the same week that you said the thing. So he said, I replied to you, I said there are no streaming farms. And if you have great music, that's how people like him are doing it. I haven't heard that. Do you still hold the thought?
Don Jazzy, I love you, but there's definitely streaming farm, bro. I swear to God.
You know what you know.
Hold on. Wait, Don Baba J, you know there's streaming farms. There's farms, bro. There's farms.
Right.
All the way from,
Without a doubt.
all the way from Ogun State.
Large tomato farm.
Many acres. You know?
Right, yeah.
There's definitely streaming farms.
Right.
You know, I think everybody knows that. I think what Don Jazzy was just trying to say is that him and his own artists are not using those streaming farms.
Right.
But like, there's definitely streaming farms.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
if I wanted, like, if you want to be number one, you can. You just need to pay to be number one.
Yeah.
You know, it exists.
Is that frustrating for you? Was it out of frustration?
It
you
was.
said that? Yeah.
It was, and it still is. There's still streaming farms. So like, the problem is that like, I was one of the first few people to really promote success on DSPs. You know, and I kind of feel like I kind of shot myself in the foot in a way.
Right.
So I was one of the few people that, like in 2021, that campaigned to be number one. Like I made this whole campaign, you know, and I became number one. It was so big, you know, these guys number one and all this thing. And
So other people
everybody saw how influential it was being number one. So everybody wanted to be number one.
Yeah.
And everybody decided, okay, if I can't be number one naturally,
I'll have to do it artificially.
Exactly. And it became so much and everything became so messed up.
Yeah. I saw an interview. You know when you first came now, you know, you said, oh, best rapper in Africa, which I thought, you know, is on brand. This on brand. First when I can make it go. But then there was an interview I think you did with Punch, where you said, no, that was just you like projecting to the future. I'm like, no.
No, I don't think I ever said that.
Exactly.
Projecting to what future? I genuinely thought I was the best rapper. I still think I'm the best rapper.
Fantastic. So you still think you're the best rapper?
Yeah, 100%.
Because it said something like you said, oh, no disrespect to the Wizkid. Well, maybe not Wizkid. Because is not.
Which was once a rapper, Lil
Yes.
Prince or something.
Don't let them catch me. I just say that. But you were saying.
I swear, I will give anything to hear some whiskey
Rap these
honestly.
days, yes. So from your lips to God's ears now.
Right?
From
I
your
know
lips to
what
God's
this
ears.
comes down. Some people will be like, this is,
Yes.
you know, but I've never seen it before.
Yeah,
But
right.
they said whiskey was a rapper.
So I thought maybe you are now worried that you don't want to attract, you don't want people to be angry with you. So you were now apologizing for what you said.
No. Apologize, Ke.
Yeah.
Apologize that what?
I love it. Since when have you thought that you were the best rapper? Since when?
Since 2019, at least.
Right. Since when you started dropping projects. Yeah.
I still think I'm the best rapper.
Right.
You know, ever in Africa, because I feel like the amount of shit that I can do, I don't think there's anybody that has been able to do it as a Nigerian rapper. You know,
Right.
I've been able to do so many different things. You know, bringing melodies, bringing like different evolution of rap, different styles, different era. You know, and like I always create something new. So like I don't think there's any rapper that has that type of range in the discography.
Right, yes.
You know.
You also said something like this, and then the blog said your colleague Joe Boy responded to you and said, and you now said,
I love Joe Boy, but like I just think like when you talk about discography, some people think it's like, oh, somebody's going at somebody. No, it's like when I talk about discography, bro, I dropped Hip Hop in Black. Like I dropped cassette tapes and TVs. I dropped Last Time Under. I dropped Bad Boy Black. I dropped Sex Over Love. I dropped Young Preacher. I dropped Emeka Must Shine. I dropped Mr. Bombastic. Nobody has a better discography than me.
period.
You know, period.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
New project coming up. Tell me about it.
Yeah, now of many colors, right?
Yes, yes.
I'm so excited about it because I tried to create a meeting place for all these versions of Blaqbonez, right? So I created a color blue, represents like the hip hop Blaqbonez.
Right.
The orange represents like the pop, you know, like high tempo Blaqbonez. And then like there's red. Red is like more emotional Blaqbonez.
Right. What led you to this place where you wanted a meeting place for all these different shades?
Because I just felt like people pressure me. Oh, I want this. I want this. Oh my God. Like as amazing as one album is, somebody like, we didn't have this version of you. We didn't have this version of you. This. So I'm like, okay, this is one time I'm going to bring all
of
this
this together
in one.
Yeah.
So like, you have to be happy. If you are not happy,
there's something wrong with
something's wrong with you. You don't have plans to be happy.
Yeah.
Of many colors, it's just like that, like big melting pot of like all these different versions of me.
you. Yeah. When is it coming out?
March 2025. But like every month, something from that
will be dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long did it take you to get this project together?
Yeah, so I started working on it in 2024.
Right. I told my producers that one of the songs that changed your life is Shelly Poppy's Cast.
I didn't have like, I looked at it, I was like, what song changed my life? I like Shelly Poppy Cast.
And I went
Shelly Poppy and Odumodu. If you don't fuck, it don't suck. Who go pay for your wig and I'm back? But to be honest, right? That's, to me, I feel like that's a culture defining song. Right? Like the truth sometimes it requires somebody to stand up and say the truth.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of what Odumodu did with the truth.
Yeah. And to say it with, I think that's one of the things that makes Afrobeat music generally so powerful, especially music that's from inside the culture. Because there are things that people are thinking. You know, you remember the time when Naira Marley was viral, you know, and I wrote an article saying he was a culture icon. And I said, because there are things people want to say, but they can't say it in their offices.
Yeah.
They can't say it in their home.
But Naira Marley will help you.
But Naira Marley in exactly the way you are thinking, you know. And so you can hide under that and just dance to it, you know, even though... And I think that's what the most powerful songs, music does. It permits us to say the things we want to say, but with somebody else's voice.
Yeah.
Do you think you've gotten into too much trouble for being yourself and for speaking your mind?
Yeah, like earlier on, it seemed like I was a controversial figure, but like I'm not really a controversial figure. I don't really like controversy.
Right. Some people will not believe that, you know.
Yeah. So the more as I grew, I shied away from like controversy more and more.
So when the video director TJ Mario was saying something about Portable, and he said Portable is using Blaqbonez strategy of creating controversy, was he wrong? That wasn't a strategy.
For me, it was not a strategy because the truth of the matter is what, like when I went and I wanted to shoot a video with TJ Mario, the price was ridiculous. I was like, I have a budget for my year, and it was like, oh my God, you know. I was like, okay, what is TG doing? I need to apply myself, and then I did.
Right.
You know, and in the moment when I wrote my own script for the video and everything, it was like, you know, I just shared it with the world, and it became so big. And that video was nominated for like Video of the Year.
Yes,
so like
music video of the year.
It became this massive thing.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not really like I wanted to be in any controversy per se. You know, I even told him, you know, though I always carried him along. So it's not like a controversy. I have my love for TG.
Right.
Always.
Right. So just you speaking your truth, not looking for any trouble.
Yeah, my truth. You know, like I can't afford to spend that amount on a video. So I found a way to like create a video that could have that impact.
Yeah.
Just based on my own budget.
Yeah. Is there anything you'd want to tell your mom that you haven't told her?
I don't think so.
You guys talk.
Yeah.
And you've told her most of the things you want to tell her.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed this interview.
I
don't know if it's the alcohol or the fact that you know your shit.
It's both of them.
Yes, both, right?
Both of them.
Because most times people just ask me some boring, how did it come up in Blaqbonez?
Black and bones put together.
Stop asking me.
Those questions.
I beg you, if you ever ask me this question again, I will know that you are not good at your journalism shit.
Yes.
Please. Amazing interview.
I'm glad. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. This was fun.